Do you believe in the existence of supernatural beings? Have you ever encountered one? If the answer is no, then let me share with you the spine-chilling story of a group of friends who discovered the terrifying truth behind the infamous horror stories that haunted their town. It was a dark and stormy night, and four friends, Alex, Sarah, Marcus, and Ryan, decided to test their bravery by exploring an abandoned house in the outskirts of their small town. Little did they know that this innocent adventure would turn into a nightmare beyond their wildest imaginations. As they entered the creaky old house, they couldn't shake off the eerie feeling that something was watching them. The air was thick, with the scent of damp wood and rusted metal, and every step they took echoed throughout the empty halls. Suddenly, a loud squeak made them freeze in their tracks. It sounded like a door opening on its own. They followed the sound and found themselves in front of a dark room. The door was slightly ajar, and a faint light flickered from inside. Sarah was hesitant to go in, but Alex, Ryan, and Marcus were too curious to back down now. As they pushed the door open, they found themselves facing a disturbing sight. The room was empty, except for a single chair, and in front of it there was a life-sized doll. Its glassy eyes stared straight ahead, and its mouth formed a twisted grin. A chill ran down their spines, and they instinctively took a step back. Suddenly, the doll's head turned towards them, and it started to move. They watched in horror as the doll's limbs contorted in impossible ways, and its eyes turned red. It emitted a blood-curdling scream that made the hairs on the back of their necks stand up. They tried to run, but the doors and windows were now sealed shut. The doll advanced towards them, and they realized they were trapped. The next thing they remember is waking up outside the house, soaked in rain and mud. They had no memory of how they got out or what happened inside the house. They never spoke of the incident again and tried to forget it, but the memory of that terrifying night still haunts them to this day. The horror story they thought was just a myth turned out to be all too real. They learned the hard way that some things are better left unseen, unheard, and unexplored. Thank you for engaging with our content. We'll be eagerly awaiting your return for the next spine-tingling video. Until then, stay curious and keep the lights on.